Hey guys, my name is Álvaro Ribeiro.
Hi, my name is Márcia Georgina, and I am the painter here at LUT. We are creating a new project focused on RPG miniatures. We already did some cool minis, like the Tavern Keeper, the Mysterious Guy, and the Bard. And you can check all the videos of their painting process on our channel. In today's video, I will paint a very interesting character, the Mimic.
It is a monster from the RPG games that can change its shape to any inanimate object, usually a chest. We are focusing on 35 and 70mm scale miniatures, but for this Mimic we did a bigger print, so we could make an even more detailed paint job.
So, let's do it! Hi guys, Márcia here. I will use acrylic paints, specifically AK Interactive brand. And in some details, I will use metallic paint of the enamel type. I'm starting to create the Mimic gum tones, using blue, lilac, red for purple tones. I started with the first layer of color, a darker purple. From that darker color, I will make other shades lighter, from the dark to the lighter. I apply the paint, trying a gradient, so as I change the color, I fill a smaller area, trying to form the volumes. Now is the third shade, lilac. Fourth tone going from purple to more pinkish. I'm going to apply a more salmon-colored tone, going up with brighter tones. And to finish, a tone closer to white. I'm going to the shadows and blending transitions. I put water and isopropyl alcohol on the airbrush. And with the brush, I put the paint from the wet palette into the airbrush cup. That way, it dilutes better. It is good to have a brush just for this. Avoid damaging the bristles. I start with a lighter shade, almost magenta, so that it is the closest shade to the lights. Now it's the half shade of shadow. This last shade of shadow is darker, with a little bit of black and closer to the edges. I will show the painting of the tongue and eyes very quickly at this stage because it didn't look good, so I removed it and started over. The transitions were not very good. The gradient was not satisfactory. And another reason to start over is that I had done more for pink, and Álvaro gave me the feedback that it would be very far from the gums, since it's all mouth. So, starting again, I would add more lilac and purple to bring the tongue closer to the mouth. For wood, I chose a dark brown tone to start as a base coat. For the teeth, I played the video quickly, because I had to redo them. They looked nice, but during the paint removal from the mouth, I ended up damaging the teeth and it was necessary to restart again. I applied a more orange tone on the wood. And now an ochre tone. Continuing the lights with beige. With the airbrush and the paint well diluted, I'm applying a dark shade to make the shadows on the wood, especially on the bottom and edges. To finish the wood, the wash technique with a brown color. I used a red one, but you can do yours by diluting the paint well. The intention is to give that dirtier aspect and enter the cracks. After drying this wash product, you can remove the excess with a cloth or cotton pad soaked in water. For the metallic part of the chest, I started with the black background. Now a darker gray, without the worry of filling everything, so that it has more color variations, and the black is apparent. This in all colors that are placed, always leaving the previous one, creating gradient and variations. I'm going to apply the aluminum metallic color. This paint will make it look more metallic, even though it's acrylic. To finish the metallic part, I will apply lighter, bluish tones, making some variations and spotlights. I took an enamel metallic paint, aluminum color, to give an even more metallic effect on the chest. Very punctual in some more lit areas and in the textures in balls. And to reinforce shadows, especially in arrangements and corners, black acrylic paint. Now, after removing the paint, I will start over. I used nail acetone. It is not good to remove. There are some remnants which change the relief, and we lose the primer, implying difficulty in covering with the paint, but it was an alternative. To have a better communication between the tongue and gums, I'm adding lilac and purple to the tongue, and just like the rest, creating a gradient. You can see that making this contrast between light and dark helps to highlight the volume of the sculpture. For the eyes, I chose red. I start with a base coat. As it was without primer, I had to apply more coats to cover the green of the resin. Returning to the tongue, with a more pink tone in the areas where it receives more light. Red in the other eyes. With the help of the airbrush, I applied shades of lighter red, with yellow passing through orange until the gradient was finished with yellow in the center of the eyes. With a needle, I put white to make my eyes shine almost pure white. adjusting the tongue transition. Now a more salmon color, increasing the luminosity. I will do the shadows, so starting with a lighter shade, even a darker one close to purple with black. And then just detail the tongue papillae. Now a half shade of brown. Now a knocker to start applying light tones to illuminate. Applying beige. And a lighter beige. To finish the teeth, the shadows. Applying with airbrush, but same steps from the lightest shade of shadow to the darkest. I will paint the papillae with pink. After the base coat darker, I will add the lighter pinks. Just a little bit of shade with airbrush. I used just one shade. To give a shine, I will apply a gloss varnish to the eyes. And this product, still water and the mouth. In the end, I noticed that the result of the wet effect was the same. It will be cool afterwards to try this still water product and puddles. To make Slobber, I will use this universal glue, Pegami brand. I believe that epoxy glue also works. With a toothpick, I apply from end to end to create a line. The filming was terrible because this glue gets sticky very fast, making it difficult to apply. So I didn't watch the camera because I was so worried. But that's it. This is the result. I hope you like it and have fun painting your miniatures. Hey, don't forget to click on the bell and subscribe to our channel. Until the next video, see you, bye bye!